I tried to get my manager fired. So this story takes place in 2016 and the start of 2017 when I worked in retail. I won't be naming the place that I worked at, but I basically filed a formal complaint about my manager while I still worked there. And I have all of the documents here. So I made a complaint to head office and then they interviewed and investigated the manager. The first point I made in my complaint was that the manager intimidated me and made me cry multiple times. The manager obviously denied this, and he also said that he had never seen me cry, which is a complete lie. My next claim was that I thought he was basically sexist. He basically let the male workers have time off for things like football and sports activities, but when it was something like drama or acting for me, he wouldn't let me have time off. I tried to back up my claim by asking some of my male friend colleagues to back me up on this, because they had told me in private that the manager does let them have time off for football. So my friends agreed to back me up here, and then when they received the email about the investigation, they chose not to respond. Next in my statement, I went on to tell a story which I've since made TikToks about, where the manager saw that I had a sanitary towel in my bag. Basically, when you leave at the end of your shift, you normally get your bag searched and some of your parts of your clothing as well to check that you haven't stolen anything. But anyway, I remember him screwing his face up in disgust when he saw this pad in my bag, and he made a comment telling me to properly dispose of it, because around the same time when he saw this in my bag, the female toilets were really dirty. So was this comment him trying to make a dig at me for leaving the toilets dirty just because I had that in my bag? The sanitary bin in the women's toilets were overflowing at this point in time, but that wasn't any of our responsibilities. There was someone whose job it is to come into the store and change the bin, dispose of it, clean it. So him having a meeting with all of the females about this dirty bin, I thought was just a bit strange. But anyway, in his interview, his response to this was that he has no memory of this happening. You know when retail staff have to upsell you things at the checkout? They'll ask you if you want something added on that you just don't want. Well, I felt like my manager singled me out when I hadn't sold enough of those extra add-ons. I remember him pulling me aside into the warehouse one day to basically interrogate me about why I hadn't sold enough. Again, I tried to get someone else to back up this claim, someone who witnessed this happening, but when she got the email, she ignored it. Funnily enough, the manager does say that he remembers this event happening. He then showed the investigator a message I had sent him a few days later, where I was basically messaging him to let him know, look, I have sold some add-ons today. I'm proud of myself. So he then took this as a conversation of encouragement. No, I just felt like I had to keep him updated when I actually did sell some add-ons so that I didn't get told off again. And then the manager says in his interview that there's never any pressure to upsell anything. That's crazy. I also said in my complaint that the manager just generally scares me. After I made the complaint, I still had to work with him, and in my opinion, he started to treat me even worse. He made me stand by the front door of the store in winter in shorts selling things, which is something he'd never asked me to do before. A lot of the things that I complained about as well are just normal things that's expected of retail workers. It's normal to be asked to stay an extra few hours after your shift. But in this case, because of how scared I was of him and how intimidating he was, it just felt like I never had a choice and I always had to just agree with things. Obviously, if I thought my shift was over and I wanted to go home and I wanted to get away, he always asked me right at the end of my shift, as I'm about to leave, if I can stay an extra 2 hours. But I always felt like it wasn't him asking, it was him expecting me to say yes. I felt like I couldn't say no. Anyway, in his interview, he said there's never any pressure to say yes to extra hours. I said at the end of my statement, my ideal outcome, and I quote, "My ideal outcome would be for the manager to treat everyone nicely so I don't feel scared to go to work." And apparently the manager was taken back by my allegations, and then he showed the interviewer an article that I wrote about him being a really good manager. For context here, he knew that I had a social media following and he wanted more people to come to our store. So to promote the store, he begged me to do a post post on Twitter, and it was a picture of me standing outside the front of the shop with the address of the shop and everything, telling people to come, like, this is where I work. Surely that's dangerous. So that's the only thing that I can think of where I would have publicly said, like, oh, come to my store, I've got a really good manager. Like, I don't know where I wrote an article. But again, anything I ever said about him being nice was obviously just because I was scared of him. Why would I go around saying he's a really bad manager? It says in the document, in conclusion, having considered all the facts and evidence, I can find no evidence to substantiate your claims. So it basically ended there. Obviously, after all of this, I still had to work with the manager, so he was just very off with me and it was really awkward. So a few days after the case got closed, basically, I told him I was quitting. You usually need to give like a week or 2 weeks notice before you quit a job, but I'm guessing he just wanted me gone anyway. So I remember I just went into his office and I said, today's my last day, and he was just like, okay. The end. Follow for more story times. Oh, I can get us some free drinks. What? How? Oh, I'm gonna post a picture of our table number on my Instagram story and people will just send us drinks. Your followers are gonna buy your drinks? Yeah, they'll probably buy us like shots or something. Oh, what is this? Oh, someone just messaged me saying they ordered us something. Hi, you ordered the peas? And a glass of milk? Oh, I don't think that's ours. No, it's definitely for this table. So people aren't ordering us shots, they're ordering us peas and milk. Are you sure there were no shots that were ordered to this table? No, just the peas and the milk. I guess we'll take them.
Hey, I'm home.
Welcome home. I made you dinner.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you like it.
It looks amazing, baby.
Hi, can I just post this parcel, please? Oh. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Thank you. Just put it on the scale. Oh, okay, there you go. Do you want to send it first or second class? Oh, what's the price difference between those? Oh, well, second class is obviously cheaper. Right, but like, what's the actual prices? Well, can't you read the sign? Oh, there's a sign with the prices on. Sorry, I didn't realise. I think I'll go with second class, please. Okay, and what's in the parcel? Oh, what do you mean? What is the parcel that you're sending? Oh, it's just a birthday present for my friend. Okay, but what is it? Oh, I think some socks, a notebook, a t-shirt. Okay, but is there anything flammable in there? Oh, no. Right, well you could have just said that. Okay, let me just type the address in. Can't even read your writing. Oh, yeah, sorry. I tried to write the address as neatly as I could. Okay, card machine's ready. Oh, great, thank you. Oh, was that my parcel? Yes. Well, I don't really want it being thrown around like that. Okay, and what do you think happens to the parcels when they're in the van? Mum, why are we selling these watches? Oh, they're your nan's. She just wanted some money for them. Okay, how much are we selling them for? She wants £50 each for them. £50? At a car boot sale? No one's gonna pay that. Excuse me, how much are your watches? £50? See? Oh, how much is this watch? Well, it's my nan's and she wants £50 for it. £50? I only bring like £5 to a car boot sale. Oh, okay, well, sorry about that. Would you take £2 for it? That's all I've got left. No, sorry. Maybe we should lower the price. Yeah, but if nan's expecting £50 for it, we can't sell it for cheaper. How much for the watch? £20. We'll give you a good deal. £20? You're having a laugh. We might as well just take them off the stall. Mum, why are we selling these watches? Oh, they're your nan's. She just wanted some money for them. Okay, how much are we selling them for? She wants £50 each for them. £50? At a car boot sale? No one's gonna pay that. Excuse me, how much are your watches? £50? See? Oh, how much is this watch? Well, it's my nan's and she wants £50 for it. £50? I only bring like £5 to a car boot sale. Oh, okay, well, sorry about that. Would you take £2 for it? That's all I've got left. No, sorry. Maybe we should lower the price. Yeah, but if nan's expecting £50 for it, we can't sell it for cheaper. How much for the watch? £20. We'll give you a good deal. £20? You're having a laugh. We might as well just take them off the store. Hi, do you guys sell lemon squeezes in here? Hi, unfortunately we don't. Well, but I've seen them in the town centre store. Yeah, the other stores are bigger, so they actually sell more than us. Oh, well, where would they be if you did have them? They would be in the kitchen section, but we don't sell them in here. Well, I've just looked in the kitchen section and couldn't see them. Yeah, that will be because we don't sell them. Well, can you just come and look with me and see if we can find them? Okay, yeah, we can go and look. So they would be here if we had them? Oh no, I can't see any. Yeah, that's because we don't sell them.
Quick, shut it back.
Big weekend.
It's the biggest weekend you can get.
Oh!
And then get the blasting, and then we blast it.
Right, shots are going first. Oh, is this the sale section? Oh, no, it's just things that I'm putting out on the shelves. How much are you reducing that one to? I'm not reducing anything. It's just stock that I'm putting back on the shelves. I'm just restocking the shelves. Well, that's a bit confusing. It looks like a sale area. Okay. Well, how much is that? Oh, I wouldn't know until I get it out and then scan it to find out the price. Okay, well, can you do that then? The thing that's right at the bottom of the cage there. Yes? Is that a problem? Kind of. Just because it's right at the bottom of the cage, so I'd have to get everything out first just to get to that. Okay, but you're going to be putting it out on the shelf anyway, so why can't you get it for me now? Because it's at the bottom, I'm going to be putting it out last, so maybe you just want to do the rest of your shopping first and then come back, and I probably will have got it out by then. But I've already done my shopping, so I just want to look at that now. Okay, let me just get everything out for you. Oh, this is taking forever. Right, there we go. It's £5. Oh, no, I don't want it then. You don't want it now? After all that? Yeah, I didn't know it was going to cost that much. Well, anyway, bye. Yeah, I knew Sandra wouldn't be in today after what happened yesterday. Whew, I made it just in time for my appointment. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have bacon for my lunch, you know, I'm really looking forward to it. Excuse me. God, this phone's ringing non-stop. Hello? Yeah, just for a checkup, so that's not urgent then, is it? I'm gonna miss my appointment. Yeah, just looking here, we haven't got any slots available with that doctor for another 2 months. Of course. Okay then, see you in 2 months. She's always calling up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, didn't even see you there. What are you here for? I've got an appointment with the doctor. Oh, well, you're 5 minutes late. The doctor's probably waiting for you. Well, I was here on time, actually, but I was just queuing here. Just go on through. Don't keep the doctor waiting any longer. How is she blaming me? Yeah, so anyway, like I was saying, I think I'm going to have bacon for lunch. Ah, this will get me through my shift. Oh, there's a massive queue. Holly, where are you? Oh, sorry, boss. I'm nearly there. Well, you're about to be late. Yeah, sorry. I'm just caught in traffic. Okay, well, don't be long. Oh, there's still a big queue. Hang on. Holly walks to work. She's not caught in traffic. Hi again. Has that traffic cleared yet? No, there's still a few cars ahead of me. Three cars ahead of me now. That's interesting. Where are you really? Oh, sorry boss, traffic's moving, I've got to go. Hi, you want to buy this? Yes please, and I'm late for work, so have you got ID? You have to be 16 to buy these. I'm wearing my work uniform, so I wouldn't have a job if I was under 16. Well, you might do. Some people drop out of school early and get a job. Okay, but I've already stood in the queue for like 20 minutes, so could you just serve me it, please? Well, you should have bought your ID before getting in the queue. But this kind of made me late for work, so I'm gonna be late for work for no reason if you don't sell me this. Well, you'll have to tell your boss why you were late then. Oh my gosh, you're actually worse than Karen. The lady I work with, you are worse than her. Have a nice day. That was just automatic because I tell people to have a nice day at the till. I don't want you to have a nice day, actually.